Hey, what's up guys? It's Joe from the channel BluMaan. This is the first time I've ever sat down for a video, but I've got a lot to cover, so I figure this is probably going to be the easiest way to do it. I don't need shoes for this. So I get a lot of questions often. The lights are flickering. If you notice the lights flickering, it's because I got strange power right now. So I get a lot of questions asking, what do different products do? So what do these do? What do these do? What's the difference? Why should I use this one versus this one? And hopefully I'm going to be able to clarify some of this stuff up for you today in this video. We're going to be covering 4 different kind of hair products. So we got waxes, we got pomades, we got clays, and we have gel. Anyways, let's go ahead and start with wax, which, let me just tell you right now, is the most versatile type of hair product in the sense of there's no straight definition of what a hair wax is. A lot of different hair companies know that people buying their products aren't going to know exactly what is what, so by simply calling a product wax, they are hoping that people understand, well, it's something for your hair to style it. When wax first came out, it was designed to actually provide a shine that wouldn't harden up like a gel. Now, of course, there's been a lot of waxes since then, and that do a lot of different things. But when wax first came out, it was to provide kind of a high hold, but it was important to have a shine that wouldn't harden up. So examples of that would be classic wax right here by Mr. Pompadour, which by the way is a new company that I have not introduced yet, but I'll be making a video on that. Great company, really cool branding, cool products. So video on that to come. But here's a wax. It's called classic wax, and I think that's a great name because it does what wax was originally designed to do, which is provide somewhat of a hold, but importantly it gives a shine that's not going to harden up. So Mr. Pompadour has a wax like that, and Hans de Foucault has a wax like that called hybridized wax. Both providing kind of medium hold and a lot of good shine. Woo! Now, of course, we also have other waxes that are still waxes, but they don't provide any shine, such as Hans de Foucault sponge wax and Hair Bond Molder, which smells like apples. These two are also considered waxes, and they're waxes because when you put them in your hands, they're still very pasty and they're very creamy, but they will provide a high hold and they won't have any shine, unlike these two products right here. But waxes in general are going to feel a bit more creamy and a bit more pasty than other products. Moving on. Next up we have hair pomades, and hair pomades are similar to what wax was first intended to be, which was to be a shiny, to give a shiny finish, basically. Pomades have also kind of changed throughout the course of history. They started out as actually oil-based, meaning that they were not easily washed out of your hair because they were actually petroleum based, and basically by being petroleum based it allowed you to be able to restyle your hair throughout the whole day without it hardening up like gel, and also petroleum gives off a crazy shine. So all those greaser guys that you see from way back in the day, those guys were using legit pomade. However, today you can find different kinds of pomades. You can still find the oil-based pomades, which a lot of like true pomade users say that that's the only true pomade is an oil-based. And I can see why. It's because it doesn't harden up. But now you also have the water-soluble pomades, which is what I have with me right now. This is Star Wax Crystal, which is a very strong hold, and this will harden up after applying. And then I've got another one from Mr. Pompadour called Peppermint Pomade, and let me tell you, it smells like peppermint, and I love peppermint. This one is not as strong a hold as this and will not harden up, but it does also have a great smell. The main purpose of using a pomade, unlike waxes over here, is if you want a slick back look, or if you're going for a pompadour, something kind of classic, something more professional looking, that's when you're going to grab your pomade instead of your waxes. Okay, let's move on. Alright, next up we have hair clays. I've got 3 different ones here for you. I have Hans de Foucault's Claymation, I have Mr. Pompadour's Sculpting Clay, and I have Vincent's Dynamite Clay. My favorite product in the Vincent line, by the way. Not because it's the newest, just because this one works the best for my hair. Let's see. Clays are going to be most easily confused with waxes over here. Mostly because in general, since now wax has such a general meaning, clays can be confused with waxes because they seem to almost do kind of the same thing, but I'll explain what the difference is, or at least the best that I can. Like I said, when waxes first came out, they were designed to give you a shiny finish and still provide a little bit of hold. Now clay, the sole purpose of clays are to provide a matte finish, and I've never seen a clay that provides a shine finish except for American Crew's molding clay, and I don't know what they were thinking, because it goes against the code of clay to be shiny. So I don't really like the molding clay by American Crew, but all other clays that I've come across have been a matte finish. In terms of strength, what I've noticed is that most clays tend to be on the stronger side. They tend to be a bit stronger holding than waxes even. So if you're looking for something that's just going to hold your hair in place even stronger, especially for you guys with thicker hair like mine, I tend to go for clay over a wax. Just because it seems to work better with my kind of hair. I'd say clays work best, like I said, for probably normal to thicker hair, whereas waxes, depending on the kind of wax, will work from thin hair all the way to thick hair, just depending on which kind you get. Now, I did put this one in the mix, which is another one by Mr. Pompadour. I said that already, sculpting clay. I put this one in here to show you that actually not all clays are the same, because this one is much more creamy. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me just scoop a little bit. It's really easy to distribute. Still smells good though. And this is probably the most unique clay that I've come across, because I'm used to clays being a bit more difficult to kind of spread throughout your hand. Now I'm gonna go wash my fingers. And it does not provide as strong a hold as these other two clays by BluMaan, Dynamite Clay and Hans de Foucault's Claymation. It gives you a lot of definition, and it will still give you a matte finish, as is true to most clays. Okay, done with this one. Finally, the last thing that we've got, and probably what everybody already knows about, are gels. I don't think that I really need to say that much about them. Gels are man's first styling product, usually. It was my first styling product that I ever tried, just because it's the only thing that I'd heard of was a gel. And basically what it will do is just freeze your hair in place. You just put in your hair, usually use quite a bit of gel so you can spread it throughout evenly. It's going to give you a more greasy look, kind of a wet look, and it's going to dry up and keep your hair in place. So if you have shorter hair, you can get some defined spikes, or if you have longer hair, you can slick it back and it'll be stuck in place. Another thing that you can do with gels that maybe not a lot of people know is you can actually use it as a pre-styling product. So what I mean by that is, if you use a blow dryer, you can put just a little bit of gel in your hands while your hair is wet, rub it in, put it in your hair, and then use the blow dryer to put your hair into the position that you want. By using a small amount of gel with damp hair is going to allow your hair to not actually freeze up, but it's going to give good control and still be light and flowy after using a blow dryer. Alright guys, well thanks for watching this video. I realized that I probably covered a lot of information, and if you are still confused, just rewind and watch this video again until you've captured everything that I've said. Of course, if you have any more questions, you can put them down in the comments below. I will try to get through some of them, can't get through all of them, but I will look and do my best. Also, I'm probably going to make a video in the future answering some questions that you guys have. So you can always just leave your questions, and hopefully I'll be able to get to that at some point in time. Until then, thanks for watching my video. I realized I haven't uploaded in a while. It's because I'm just crazy busy. I'm in Africa right now with my family, just moving all around, so I'm trying to do the best that I can. I do have my Instagram and Twitter links in the description. If you are interested, I post pictures in Instagram, and I occasionally tweet Instagram more often. And I'll see you guys next time. Can you see me in the mirror? I don't know. By the way, I forgot to say, I do have coupon codes for Hans de Foucault products and Mr. Pompadour products, the new product line that I showed you. Link for those are in the description, so if you're interested, you can check it out. And like I said, also, I'll be bringing you more videos using Mr. Pompadour and more Hans de Fuku, of course. So, yep, there you go. Links in the description if you want a coupon code, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.